The ketchup trend is something that is going viral on TikTok right now, directly after the orange peel trend. And it's something that women are using to essentially sabotage their relationship. Women are using this as a test on their boyfriends or fiancés or husbands in order to see if they should break up with them. So essentially what you do is you pour ketchup on the counter in the kitchen.
You make a mess on your counter on purpose.
On purpose.
Like a child.
You pour ketchup on the counter and then you film your boyfriend or husband. You ask him to clean it up for you. And depending on how well he cleans it up, we'll see if he's worthy to be with you.
Women are just out here every day trying to make their lives more difficult for themselves.
And the lives of their significant others.
So that they can just deal with their social media addiction. They're just the crack.
Oh, this was
wars of the
happening
internet.
well before social media.
When faced with the tasks, their significant others reacted in different ways and had different cleaning techniques.
No.
And now let me be clear. Some of these men literally don't know how to clean a countertop, which is an L for them. But it's also an L if you're shit testing your boyfriend on TikTok.
Sarah says this has been going on well before social media. Yes, that is true. But then it actually served a purpose. I still think it's stupid and childish, but at least then it served the actual purpose. They're not doing this to test their boyfriends. They're doing this because they're addicted to social media clout, and they're basically all the attention is their crack, and they need a fix.
True. Excuse me. But I think there's a deeper subconscious test going on still.
Yeah.
But that's
what is your take on shit testing in general? Given that this is, something women do, this is something...
I thought women were the good communicators.
Women have been shit testing men for millennia. It's just a thing that we do subconsciously that we honestly can't even control. So it's sort of...
So it's not our fault.
It's a way to
definitely still your fault.
I don't know why you would be doing this to your husband because you've already picked to stay with him for the rest of your life. So it doesn't really matter at this point. But what they're doing, I guess, if you extrapolate it to the evolutionary psychology level, they're testing whether he is a right mate to be the father of your children.
We need men to now go out into the garage and tell them to learn how to clean up this oil spill on the floor of the garage. And if they don't know how to do it, post a video of it and then
they get a
break up with them.
vacuum.
Yes. Okay. just know, like, oh, honey, can you clean the gutters for me, honey? Like, this is just, it's insane. And here's the thing. It's not just about the sabotage. It's a humiliation ritual. This is a humiliation ritual.
The women are not good partners.
Even if a guy cleaned this thing up exactly 110% perfectly the way they wanted to, he is still in the wrong because the right answer is to tell her to go to hell. The right answer is to say no. I will not clean up a mess that you made on purpose while you hold a phone in your hand.
Okay, but
like a child.
what you're supposed to do with the trend is you make it seem like you accidentally poured it on the counter so he doesn't know, and then you record him surreptitiously so he doesn't know. And you're like, oh, would you mind wiping that up for me?
The right answer is clean it up yourself.
Okay, but in a relationship, you do things for your significant other that... even though it should be their responsibility,
most of these videos are not surreptitious. Most of these videos, the camera's like right up in the dude's face.
I know. A lot of them are staged as well. I'm just saying, like, the theory versus the reality of it. Let's take a look at some of these videos, though, just to actually show you some examples.
Are we gonna? Is this first one that you sent me? This one here?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
What the fuck?
Can you please clean this for me?
He's already wrong.
Let's see what he does. This is a make or break moment for their relationship.
What the fuck did you do?
The phone is just sitting there in plain sight.
He can see that, yes.
There, it's clean. What's the correct way to clean it then?
This is clean.
Yeah.
You're done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you need to spray some?
That's not for that. That's for wood.
Oh, he put wood cleaner on the counter.
No.
I don't buy that this grown man doesn't know what 409 is. Now I'm thinking this one's a setup.
I don't know.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm done. That's what you were supposed to do from the beginning?
Okay, let's look at some other videos though. Let's see. He's just moving it around. This pisses me off.
Ew.
This pisses me off. I hate looking at someone do something the wrong way. Like how,
Even the dog is like.
and just the
bro.
waste of paper towels as well.
Oh my god. That's disgusting.
No.
I couldn't be with a guy that's like that incapable. I mean,
Okay, this was the worst one. Oh my gosh, this was the worst. Look at him just like moving it around.
that can't be real. Ew.
It pains me to watch this. Ugh. So, there are your examples.
Every single dude by even joining in this lost.
Okay, but let's
Okay.
analyze their performance though.
Yeah. Well, like, because once you get into the relationship, it's like you're gonna be shit tested.
Okay.
So the response.
Maybe the idea here is that these men are actually so clean that they've never actually made a mess so bad that they've had to clean up like this.
I highly doubt that. If you look in any frat house, that would be debunked immediately. Immediately.
How about a way to make this wholesome? How about she shows him how to do it, and it becomes a learning experience for the
No
both of
woman
them?
wants to do that.
Okay, but I'm saying the point.
No.
The second you put a camera on there, this is no longer about shit testing. This is about cloud online.
I totally understand that, and I
course.
totally agree.
Yeah.
However, let's also look at the fact that these guys, if these aren't staged, they don't know how to clean a countertop. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Then it's something you address in private and you don't post about it.
I agree, but I think the reason that this trend originated in the first place is because there are a lot of women out there who are in relationships where, you know, these guys are just kind of slobs and they don't know how to pick up after themselves. Usually their moms are to blame.
Is the other thing here that they just didn't put any 409 on afterwards and double, and do another layer there?
I think the issue is like you just start like shifting around the ketchup and like
Yeah.
not
You should
actually
have scraped-
removing
You
it.
should have scraped it off.
Yeah, how would you have
onto
done it, Brett?
You should have scraped it off onto a paper towel, taken it all at once, and then done 409.
Scraped it off with another paper towel.
No,
into
you
the
use
paper
you
towel?
use a knife or something flat, and you scrape it
Ah,
off
that's a
onto
new
something
creative
to
way.
limit
Innovative.
Okay.
limit the amount
Truly.
of space that actually gets covered on the countertop, and then you clean it with 409 or something. But I wouldn't do any of that because I would tell her to clean it up herself and then go buy more ketchup because she's wasting it in this economy.
And the paper towels are being wasted.
Ketchup test.
Bidenomics.
Ketchup
Paper towels
test
ain't
in
free.
this economy? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
no, thank you.
kidding me? Yeah, I agree. It's pretty ridiculous to
Like people are making
so
these videos
to
like,
try to humiliate your boyfriend on social media with
Yeah, they're
millions
bad-
of
they're
people
bad people.
watching. Yes,
They're bad-
it's a
Sign
bad
of the
thing.
times.
But I think there are so many women liking these videos and like they're obsessed with these videos because they feel like, no, he does that too. Like their men do the same thing when social media isn't watching and it pisses them off.
Yeah.
Usually I think that their mothers are to blame. Like there are a lot of mothers who don't teach their sons to do anything, or their daughters to be fair. They're not teaching their kids to cook or clean or do any household tasks, and then they go out into the adult world and this is what you get.
Yeah. I'd like to see those girls try to clean up that amount of ketchup.
It was a lot of ketchup.
It was a lot.
No one spills that amount
I
of
wouldn't
ketchup.
have known what to do. Honestly, the scraping idea was a great idea.
How about this? Then what the woman should have done is like, here's how I would have done it. And then show me your master plan for cleaning up ketchup. Now you've wasted a whole bottle because you're a bad person. There are starving children in Africa who could have eaten that ketchup, and you're just wasting it. You're telling me, like, just no. And in posting it online, this is just bad. They're just bad people. And this is like
Yeah.
I don't often subscribe to this argument that everyone's making, like TikTok is making the culture. Okay, no, that's not true. I know that it's true that TikTok is making the culture worse, way worse. But my argument is usually this. It's like, look, people get stupid when they get a camera in front of them. People have always been that way.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, right? Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
That's fine. But this type of thing being pushed onto people is exactly why relationships will start failing, because people will look at this stuff and think that this has some type of deeper meaning for relationships.
We got a $20 from. Okay, it scrolled past already.
Hold on, I got from
Boosted Yogi. I refuse to participate in my wife's shit test.
Exactly. That's how you win the shit test. Don't
Yeah,
participate.
there is such
Tell
thing
her
as
she's
too much
true.
shit
Be like,
testing.
you're acting like your mother.
You have to have.
You're starting to sound like your mother.
But every time
You're acting a little crazy. You need to calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
It's going to be really helpful when you say those things. No, here's the concept that they're trying to point out is something called weaponized incompetence, okay? When you are asked to do a task and you do it badly on purpose so that you won't be asked to do it again. And I've seen my brothers do this as well. Like while we were growing up, they would just like intentionally F it up in order to not have to do their chores again.
Women do it too.
It's true. It's not just men who do it,
And
but
women-
a lot of
yeah.
men.
This is the type of
Women
thing that when
100% do it too.
Also, the Dadvocate talks, the YouTuber and the social media Dadvocate talks about this. Women will they'll ask men to do chores, and then they will be mad that they're not done up to their standards. So then
Right,
they have
you
to
can-
redo them and be mad about the fact that they have to redo them.
The thing is, you can ask somebody to do a favor for you, but if you do that, you can't tell them exactly how to do it and micromanage how they do it.
Yeah. Otherwise, do it yourself.
And I
you should
think
be
what they
thankful
also
regardless.
they resent having to ask for their husbands to do household tasks in the first place because it's a shared home. But then in the past, we had an expectation that men and women had different roles. Women had the domestic domain, and this was expected of them. And now we live in this culture where relationships have to be split 50-50 in every realm. You have to split the bills on every date. You have to split the rent. You have to split the utilities 50-50 on everything because equality, man. And 50-50 as well on doing any of these household chores. But that doesn't work because men and women are suited to different things. And it completely denies the reality that we're different.
Honey, the lawnmower is not starting. Could you figure out why the lawnmower isn't turning over? I need to go mow the lawn, and then see if she can figure that out. Get her, like I said, get her to clean up an oil spill in the garage, and see if she can do that. Then I will let her shit talk about the ketchup cleaning.
Yeah.
I think this is also an issue of fatherlessness that a lot of men don't know how to do those things either.
Well, we don't have specific examples for these dudes, whether that's that example here. All I'm saying is that men wouldn't waste their time trying to
You okay?
Oh, good.
A dude wouldn't waste his time or energy trying to do this, and it's somehow even more insidious that it's not just doing it to ensure that you're marrying the best mate. It's because somebody's going to give me a bunch of likes on TikTok, and I'm going to make a video about it, which is just disgusting.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so let's also get into the orange peel trend that was going on directly before the ketchup trend. These girls would ask their boyfriends to peel an orange for them, and depending on their response, they would see whether they should stay in the relationship or not. Ideally, he's supposed to peel the orange for you. But I saw a lot of videos, and look, they could be staged. I could be getting fooled, where these guys were like, no, peel it yourself. And this one guy even like, he like lashed out and was like, F you, you're not even special. And I was like, whoa.
Hold on. You dropped this, King.
If you find out that your boyfriend is that vindictive and angry at you,
Yeah.
and that's a reason to break up, then good. Do the orange peel trend. I support that. Like, if you find out that he's not willing to peel an orange for you, then that probably means he's not willing to do much bigger sacrifices for you. And that's mutual self-sacrifice. It's necessary for a functioning relationship.
Yeah.
But yeah, the orange peel theory was an entirely different sideshow.
Is this okay?
But how do you feel about that one?
How do you kind of the same. It's to me, none of this stuff will ever be legitimate because the minute there's video involved, I don't buy it. It's stupid.
Well, what if a girl sees the orange peel trend on TikTok and then she goes to her boyfriend without recording it to do it on him, do the test?
Then she's guilty of TikTok brain rot. Like, she's taking a task that she would have never held against him before and is now holding it against him because a bunch of mindless losers online said that this is indicative of something. It is not.
Right.
There's 1,000 metrics which you can judge and rate a relationship, not one of which is fruit unless you make it so.
I just sent you a TikTok of a girl explaining the theory behind the orange peel trend and why it's actually really meaningful whether he will peel an orange for you. Let's hear her out.
People have been talking about the bird theory, but have you heard of the orange peel theory?
It's really quiet. Hope you guys can hear this.
Just learned about it today, and I think it'd be fun to talk about. As I understand it, the orange peel theory is pretty much how it sounds. You may really enjoy eating an orange, but some people find peeling the orange to be an unpleasant task. Maybe you get food under your nails, and you don't like that. Maybe you find it difficult. You may ask somebody to peel the orange for you, whether that be a parent, sibling, partner. And the possible reaction is,
Aren't the women the ones who say that men just want to marry their moms? Do they want to marry their dads? Do they want their boyfriend to cut the crust off their sandwiches? I'm only talking because they're the ones who always talk like they're the emotionally mature ones.
I know.
or
I agree.
fine, like you're welcome. Or I'd be happy to peel your orange for you, no problem. Or maybe they proactively peel the orange for you because they already know that that's a task you don't like to do. And if someone asks you to peel their orange, you might think they're perfectly capable of doing that. That's such not a big deal. It might not literally be about peeling the orange. More so, they're asking you for a small favor to see your reaction, to see if later they can ask you for bigger favors. And
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
I don't even necessarily disagree with her on the premise. I disagree with the social contagion that it's become.
I agree.
Yeah.
The idea itself is perfectly fine. Her logic is 100% sound, but they would never hold that logic in reverse if a guy wanted something similar. They would tell the guy to grow up. And you know I'm right.
Yeah. Women have this like weird blindness. I was going to say like spousal blindness, but it's honestly just with all, like I've noticed this with a lot of women. They are completely blind to how much is done for them on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. And so they will ask guys to do these little things like peel this orange for me because they think, well, I do X, Y, Z. I do so much, but they are completely blind to how much is done for them because they're just used to it. And it kind of seems like that theory applies here. There's also like that whole love languages. Like some people, their love language is like acts of service. For others, it's not. It's words. So it's like this test isn't really an end all be all to whether or not your partner actually loves you.
Like I said, on its face, I don't have a problem with doing any of these things for another person. I have a problem with the idea that large groups of people now are going to use this as like a be-all, end-all metric for it. What this would have to be is like, okay, so you ask your boyfriend or your girlfriend to peel an orange for you, and then you weigh that against the myriad of other traits that they possess and decide whether that is an end-all be-all to whether this relationship works or not. Now, if the dude won't peel an orange for you, doesn't hold the door for you, doesn't help you with anything, doesn't do anything, doesn't pay any bills, it's sure, it's one of 1,000 things.
Like he does nothing, but he peels the oranges for you.
So he's good.
Yeah, so he's good. He's a complete freeloader, but he peels my oranges.
At the heart of the issue is...
All right, bring it back. Bring it back, man.
Okay. At the heart of the issue, I think it's just that all of these people are coming to the conversation with the idea of what they're owed and not what they can do for someone else, which is obviously destructive to a relationship.
I believe that you should want to, in a way, be in service to the person that you're with. Sure. Yeah. But the second it becomes conditional and there's a camera in your face, I would immediately say no.
Also,
get fucked.
Women have a tendency to crowdsource a lot of their own opinions.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
It means that their opinions are not their own. Their opinions are from social contagions that they encounter on social media.
Or that girl who's just in this perfectly happy relationship and then finds out one day that the guy's like, you're not even special. Like, she's like, I thought I was happy before, but I guess I'm not now. That's the extreme example. But, you know, imagine you're one of these girls, like that guy pays the pays the bills. He takes out the garbage. You don't even have to ask him. He takes the garbage out on his own. He does all of these things, but then one day he doesn't clean up ketchup right. So you're like, you know what? This is another part of the issue is now one of the biggest issues our generations have is everyone wants to imagine that the grass is always greener on the other side. You could always do just a little bit better than what you have now, which is a problem because when your judgment for whether you can do just a little bit better is whether the dude cleaned up ketchup to your liking, that's a ridiculous reason. It's stupid.
Yeah. I agree. I'm not defending like shoving a camera in someone's face.
It'd be great if the dude took the phone and just dropped it in the ketchup and said, hold on, let me get that for you, and then cleans it up off the... And then for the rest of the week, she's like, smells like Heinz!
Or use like one of her favorite shirts to clean it up.
Yes!
People just need to be less selfish.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.